Paul Ince launches scathing attacks on Alexis Sanchez and Paul Pogba following Paris Saint-Germain defeat. Manchester United forward Alexis Sanchez has been branded as nothing short of a disgrace by a United legend following his second-half display against Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League on Tuesday. Former United midfielder, Paul Ince, pulled no punches when discussing Sanchez after United's first defeat under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and called the Chilean's performances a joke. Sanchez was introduced just before the end of the first half following an injury to Jesse Lingard and then failed to offer anything in the second 45 minutes. United struggled without the pace and pressing of the England international and Martial, who also came off injured before the second half kicked off, and their absence freed PSG to come at United and score 2 goals in the opening 15 minutes of the half. The Parisians then controlled the game for the last half an hour as Sanchez struggled to have any impact on the game. The way Alexis Sanchez is playing at the moment is nothing short of a disgrace, Ince told PaddyPower. His performances are a joke for the wage he gets. I wouldn't begrudge his high wage, either, if I thought that he was truly putting his all in and playing well, but when you give someone that kind of money you expect a lot more. The fans deserve better. Ole deserves better, and so do the rest of his team. Ince, who appeared 167 times for United, didn't stop there. Maybe he has the hump because he's not in the starting 11, but that's hardly a surprise. He's been hopeless, completely all over the place, he added. There has to be a decision made about his future at Old Trafford, because it's not working. But this is the dilemma when you keep sacking managers. Players the previous boss bought in on high wages are impossible to get rid of, so you have to try and make them work in your team. He's a million miles away from being at his best, he looks like a completely different player. Sanchez isn't the only player to face Ince's ire, however, as Paul Pogba has come in for criticism as well. Pogba was sent off towards the end of the game for a second bookable offence after a bad challenge on Dani Alves. Ince said, Paul Pogba really let himself down against PSG. Just when he's won the fans over, and he's doing everything you expect of a top player, he goes and behaves like that. I know it's because he was frustrated at the game, but also it's because Marquinhos was too good for him, he did a real job on him. The first yellow card he got was pure petulance, and the second challenge should have been a straight red anyway. I'd say other teams will be taking notes, knowing they too can mark Pogba out of the game. And just like that, he's out of the second leg. It's stupid behavior. He's been a talisman under Ole, and to lose him for that game is beyond disappointing. Ince also said that United are a long way away from the level of Europeans' elite teams and how Solskjaer reacts to the disappointment of his first defeat in charge will be a real test. The gap between PSG, even without 2 of their best players, is enormous. There's a huge gulf between United and the top teams, and the PSG game proved that. It was men against boys. Read the latest Manchester United news. I'm not being disrespectful to Ole, or to the sides he's played so far, but aside from Tottenham he's not been really tested. That Champions League game was a real, tough test. Everything has ran smoothly, no major injuries or ugly fixtures. But now, Jesse Lingard and Anthony Martial look like they'll be out, and Paul Pogba got himself suspended for the away leg. We will see if he can come with adversity. I'd call it a true test of his management skills. We will get to see what Ole is made of. Paul Ince is a PaddyPower ambassador. To read more, visit news.paddypower.com.